Welcome to Module 2. Before we begin, let's quickly review what we accomplished in Module 1. First of all, we chose an innovation challenge, one that we care deeply about, where we might be able to create a new product or service that could attract a lot of customers or supporters. Then we wrote a succinct, one-page challenge statement that clearly describes the challenge at hand. After that, we selected a preliminary idea or solution based on our experience and intuition that will guide us as we build a business model canvas, which is the project deliverable that we'll need to complete as part of this Coursera program. We also watched the animated video From Business Idea to Business Model. It described the story of Beth and Carl and their idea for a new travel agency that serves baby boomers. We learned that although building a business model isn't going to be a walk in the park, all we're going to need is our creativity, willingness to work, and a passion for our idea. So, keeping in mind what we learned in Module 1, let's dive into building block number 1, the customer segments. At the basic level, customer segments represent the different groups of people, or businesses, or organizations that you aim to reach and serve. It's important to remember that it is profitable customers that comprise the heart of any business model. As many entrepreneurs already know, not all customers are good customers. To best satisfy customers, it's best to group them into distinct segments based on common needs, problems, or behaviors. Successful entrepreneurs and innovators make conscious decisions about which customer segments to serve and which segments to ignore. As Jim Collins, the world-famous expert and author on the subject of leadership, says, what great leaders have in common is the ability to start each day by writing their to-do list and, just as importantly, writing a what not to do list. This is why it's highly recommended to choose only one customer segment as a starting point for our new business or our new innovation. Customer segments typically fall into 3 categories. The first one is what's called the mass market. This is where we focus on one large group with broadly similar needs. Next is niche markets. Sometimes it's better to cater to the needs of a very specific group with very specific needs. And then last is segmented markets. This falls somewhere in between mass and niche markets. This is where we distinguish between groups with very slightly different needs. As I mentioned in Module 1, I thought it was fair if you have to complete a project that I should too. At Kennesaw State University, where I work, we're passionate about providing students with practical, job-ready knowledge. What is our challenge? With so many students and a limited number of career planning advisors on staff, how can we effectively help 34,000 students each and every year find the jobs and careers of their dreams? What is our idea? There's a group of us who are trying to be innovators and entrepreneurs. By the way, you are an entrepreneur when you're trying to be an entrepreneur inside of an organization owned by someone else. Gifford Pinchot III, who invented the word entrepreneur, describes entrepreneurs as dreamers who do. So, as a team of innovators and entrepreneurs inside of a very big university, we want to develop a career readiness mobile learning program that delivers research-validated career planning knowledge and skills using an innovative online gamification platform. Okay, with this idea in mind, who will be our customer segments? we have tentatively identified 7 customer segments. The first one is high school juniors and seniors. The thought is that maybe we need to start the career planning process at the high school level. The thinking is that if career planning is done at this time, young people will have better odds of choosing the right college and the right major. Customer segment number 2, college freshmen and sophomores, are another possible customer segment, as well as college juniors and seniors. Perhaps it's at this stage that a young person is most open to career planning advice. Customer segment number 4, parents of high school students. The thinking is that maybe the parents of the students, instead of the students themselves, might be a more profitable, more motivated customer segment. Therefore, parents of college-age students would be customer segment number 5. Another important customer segment, number 6, is to provide career planning services to our military veterans who are returning to public life after years of military service and may need help finding the second job or career of their dreams. And last, customer segment number 7, might be other colleges and universities who are struggling with the same challenge that we are. Okay, it's very tempting to decide, let's try to reach and serve all of these customer segments. They are all important, and they all need help with career planning. However, as we've learned, it's best to start by choosing just one customer segment. And if we're successful, and only then will we consider expanding the business and reach out to the other segments. Okay, for my business model canvas project, I've decided to choose customer segment number 5, the parents of college-age students. I'm thinking that they would be the most interested in buying the Career Readiness Mobile Learning Program. What this customer segment has in common is a deep love for their children, a strong desire to help them find a satisfying career, and a keen interest in getting a good return on their investment in their children's college education. Because of these factors, this customer segment might be the most motivated to pay a fair price for a very high-quality career planning program. Next, let's talk about your Module 2 assignments. First, make sure you participate in the discussion and answer the question, what is the most important thing I learned while watching the animated video titled Visualizing Your Business Model? Second, there are 2 application assignments. Now, with your idea in mind, it's your turn to identify the customer segments that might be the most interested in your idea, and then make the important decision of selecting the one customer segment that you consider to be most important. Good luck, and we'll get together again at the beginning of Module 3.